Okay, so this power inverter right here is actually really cool. Let me show you why. It goes up to 200 watts, right, on paper, but batteries are not going to go there unless you have the 6 amp Ryobi battery. Yes, this is made for the 18-volt Ryobi batteries, and it's actually really cool, especially if you want to take it with you, let's say on the car or whatnot, or camping. And it's this Voltec right here. It has the button here to turn it on, has the button here for the brightness of this LED right here that you can spin up and down as you need it. It's actually quite bright, and you can change it from 0%, which is off, 50, 75, and 100%. And here's the beauty: 110 volts, two USB Type A normal USBs, and a USB Type C for charging. And you can fit any Ryobi battery 18 volts that you might have. In here I have a 4 amp and I have a 1.5 amp. Now, you have to keep in mind the 4 amp is going to be better than 1.5 amp. It just makes sense, right? But we'll go with the 4 amp because I don't want to just make it struggle. The battery is full. And let me click this here, double click on it, and boom, it's on right now. And let's turn on the flashlight. Ooh, this is actually quite good. Lower, low, and off. Look at that. That is a lot of light. And you can use it as a lantern. This is really cool. But the crazy part is going to come in a second. Let me just show you the charging capability, which I don't think it needs to be shown that much, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to put one on USB-C right here, just like this. Boom, it started charging. And I'm going to put an older one on a micro USB, just because I happen to have it right here. Plug it here, and I'm gonna plug this because I got a USB-C for a micro USB phone. That's hilarious, right? And boom, it started charging. Let me see if it can do a third one. That would be more hilarious. I don't know if it's gonna do it, but we'll see. And the third one is right here. Look at that. It started charging the third one too. I mean, you have three phones going on right now. This one is charging, this one is charging, and this one is charging. That is beautiful. But of course, we know it can do that because phones are not that heavy of a load. Let me take these things out really quick. And now let me plug in one of these crazy looking lights. This is a barn light that you put on a pole outside. Now this I'm not gonna leave on. I'm gonna plug in quick and out. Is this one is a little bit more watts than this battery can produce, but I'll try it just really quick. This battery is only 70 something watts. 4 amps by 18 volts, whatever the math is on that, should be around 73, 74 watts. So don't overstress the battery. You can melt it. Okay, as you see, whoa, this is a lot. Okay, just to show you that it works. If I had a bigger battery, it would be even better. But hey, I have what I have. This one is 150 watts core light, but I'm gonna lower it on the lowest. And just to plug it, I'm just trying to show you that this thing here actually works like a charm. That's the whole point of the whole video, I guess, at this point. Whoa, okay, this one is like the sun. And I don't know if the microphone is picking, but both fans have actually kicked in and they're running. Look at that. Literally, I have a whole... Whoo, let me unplug this one. This is too much at this point. Look at that. Whoa, so... I mean, you can plug whatever you wish, obviously, because this, for that 200 watts, if you have a battery that has a 200 watt capacity, it can do it. And that is, in my opinion, absolutely beautiful, because this is one of those lifesavers, so to say. If you are camping or traveling or something and you have a lot of Ryobi batteries, they're usually not that expensive anyway. Look at that. Literally, you have a powerhouse with you. And in my opinion, a lot of us underestimate these tiny inverters. They do a lot of work. Let me put a fan really quick just to show you. It might be a nasty fan, but it's a fan. Okay, now this fan could have been cleaner. And don't look at me like that. But I'm only here to show you that it works. So summertime, you're going somewhere, you want to sit outside, whatever, you can plug it right here. And this one has these controls right here. I'm going to put it just on one. Boom. I'm gonna increase it just a little bit more on middle. And this is on its highest. And it's blowing a lot. I mean, what else do you want from a little 200-watt inverter like this? You can do a lot of stuff with it, and I really like this kind of thing. I'm into inverters. I love them. Can't say I don't. Let me turn it off really quick. It's still cold outside, and I'm not planning to get cold. Or, for example, I don't know, after a storm or something, and you need lights, well, you can put one of these monoliths that doesn't even fit on this camera. It's quite a big bar light. Just plug it here, and just see, and flip the switch. Boom. Just like that. That's all. And you are good to go, and it will last you quite a long time. And yes, if you're wondering, can you charge a phone and have a light at the same time? Well, yes, but that depends on one factor that you have to take in. How big is your battery and how much you have left on your battery? Is of course, but the inverter will do it as long as you remain within that 200 watts. Look, boom, it started charging, and right now it's charging. I love these old phones that still have the light here for charger. It's a Note 9, by the way. My daily driver, believe it or not. But as you see, it works. I mean, it's actually a beautiful piece. I'm not gonna lie. And for a 200-watt inverter, and for the price that it costs, this is worth all day long, in my opinion, especially for emergencies and whatnot. Look at that. Boom. I mean, this is too much light. The camera literally cannot even, show you. These lines are happening only to the camera. In real life, they don't exist. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's actually that good. I did not expect it to be this good because, the price is not that high on these, but it works. And I had other inverters that cost double this one, but did not do the job like this one. And I had it now for quite a few days, and I ran a lot of things. And I actually ran this light on it. I don't know, it lasted quite a lot of hours. I was surprised. Like, it must be very efficient when it comes to waste. So it doesn't really have any leakage or waste or whatever you want to call that in it. So I think this one went around 5 hours, if I'm not wrong. This light bar, it's only 12, 13 watts though. Keep that in mind, this light bar. But to run it on a Ryobi battery for 5 hours, seriously, that's you cannot get any better. And yeah, that's just my view of it. Especially if you have Ryobi tools, you will love it. Now I'm gonna leave links down below. That same company, they have this type of inverter, if I'm not wrong, for DeWalt and Milwaukee. I will see what they have, and I'll list it down in the description so you can see what tools, batteries they have to fit in, and I will leave those links there so you can go check them yourself. And this, in my opinion, is one of those things that you might need to consider. And all the time, it has its own fans in here. Not sure if you can see it, so it doesn't overheat. So it's really well thought. And yes, even the small battery, 1.5 amps, works the same. It just turns on, does all the functions, just like the bigger battery, except smaller capacity, obviously. But hey, who's to say you cannot use it if that's all you have? Look at that. Boom. Does the same exact thing. But of course, 1.5 amps are not going to get you too far. But hey, you'll get a few hours on this one too. It's not really that bad, I would say, because 1.5 amps, that would be around 26, 27 watts. This, let's say this is 13 watts, 20, so 2 hours. You get around sharp 2 hours runtime on this big light bar. I mean, come on. I know I'm sounding like I'm shilling a lot for this, but these are what I would consider emergency slash optional slash prepping tools that you should consider when you look at different tools, especially if you have a lot of Ryobis or whatever else that they have that I'll leave there. I don't think this is a bad deal. I myself will leave this in the car because when I travel a lot and all that, I just like to have these options in the car. I have another one, but it's 120 watts, and it's just, sometimes it overheats, it just doesn't stay on, and I tried that one the same with this bar, and it didn't actually go more than 2 hours, it overheated. This one went 5 hours, Literally, it was not even warm. So, however they built this one, they did a really good job on it. I'll leave the link down on the description so you can go check it out yourself.